Greetings, Libra. Welcome to Gemini season and welcome to your reading. Air energy. We love it. So we're building up the confidence. Well, first, before we jump into the build, some fun, some excitement about your life, some good vibes just because doesn't need to be explained to anyone. But of course, everyone wants an explanation as to why you're so generous and why you are just such good vibes right now. Good vibes right now because you're happy. Because you're actually happy. You're actually happy to be getting away from this chaos. A lot of it has been external. I love to say that it's all been internal because you've had Jupiter in your 8th house for the past year. Everything currently is still passing through your 8th house. We've still got Mercury, Venus in Taurus, and Mars will move into Taurus on June 9th. You still got this 8th house energy wreaking havoc, causing chaos, bringing chaos to your life. But at the same time, this amazing vibe, this healthy relationship with your ego is here for you to do whatever you want with it. And for some of you, you are also feeling that chaos because you're like, wow, I could literally do whatever I want with this energy. And you haven't done a lot of thinking about what you actually want. And so now it feels like a lot of work because everything's moving so fast and everything feels so good. And it's like, okay, well, what do I really want? And so the Tower is really you getting to work and going after what you want. No longer having to do that work of telling yourself that you deserve what you want. You just know that you deserve what you want now. And now it just is the work of getting these things in place, making these things happen, moving things along, building these things, attracting these things, right? That's the work. And so be patient because take the feel good, right? There's two of you, right? There's some of you who need to take this feel good energy and know that this work is a lot and it does not need to be rushed because it's a lot of work, but you do need to get to work. Yeah. And then there's those of you who are realizing there are those of you who need to get to work. Those of you who are like, oh man, this is such a good vibe. And it's okay to sit in the good vibe, but this build, this accomplishment, this public success will come in during Cancer season. So whatever you're able to get into place over this next month is matched physically during Cancer season. So although this light is very attractive, right? This Leo energy, this 5th house energy, maybe for some of you, it's romance, right? That is stealing your attention, stealing your mind because it gives you confidence, but it's also a distractor from the thing that you need to be building, the work that you need to be doing. And this is a time where you can actually get that work done really quickly. You can get things in place really quickly. You can build the infrastructure for that thing really quickly. But you've got to do the work. Don't overwork yourself, but be intentional. Let this confidence, don't let this month be about satisfying your ego. Because then you'll get to the end of the season and be like, dang, I could have made way more progress than I did. So try to shift this attention that you feel that you deserve, and you absolutely do deserve it after this year of struggle. Try to make this mental shift to reward yourself for the work that you're doing, that hard work that you're doing, and then celebrate yourself for that work. Does that make sense? So instead of making these impulse decisions that are to satisfy your ego in the moment, try to pull back on some of that, right? It's okay to have fun, but try to pull back on some of that and do the hard work instead. And then when you complete that hard work, reward yourself. Reward yourself with fun. Reward yourself with good food. Reward yourself with a party, a good vibe, a date. Really pull back. Pull back from this need to be everywhere at once, to experience everything at once. Yeah? Shall we talk about love? Love is, for you want to get away, you want to travel, you want to, especially starting on the 23rd, you want to leave the country. You want to go to all the places, you want to go to all the places that you've only talked about going to, which is also supported, but maybe plan either a short getaway or plan something further out. I think there is so much travel available to you this year that it can be overwhelming, not just to you, but to your partner, because you're like, come on, let's go. We've got, we can go here, we can go there, we can go there. And that, depending on your partner, that energy can be a bit debilitating for whatever they have going on, because they might have more of a fixed mode that takes a little bit of time to sort through. They can't just up and go, and you might feel restricted, even fall out of love because of that, and it feels like a war. It can turn into this battle of like, oh, you don't love me because you don't want to have a good time with me, and you don't want to go where I want to go with me, and it can just turn into this unnecessary conflict when, really you have to sort through all these details and make it make sense, because you're the one who has a lot to give right now. You're the one who has the mental prowess, the mental plan. So you have to be the one to, oh, we lost a card. Let's pull it on. To bring this fortune to life, not them. So if you're mad because they are not on board with all of this opportunity that you're throwing on the table to travel and get away and take these major risks, you've got to reinvent yourself. You've got to reinvent your approach. Sorry, I broke my ankle playing soccer, and it is not easy to get or stay comfortable. So forgive me. You have got to realize that maybe a part of this desire to get away is not just rooted in some wish fulfillment of some place that you want to go. Maybe the reason that this person feels subconsciously, they might not even know why they feel this way, but they feel it because you're running away from some hurt, some pain, and that's what's making you want to run away from your home and want to run away from your community and the people who are right there in front of you, where the past year all you did was plug in and receive that love, and that was everything, and they've gotten used to that, and they've gotten used to you being used to that. But now they see you running, and you have to ask yourself, have I really healed from what I've been through, or am I just happy that I have the opportunity to make something happen? which is a complicated thing because here we are with the Five of Swords. Your intellect, you're like, who cares? Who cares if the reason that I want to go on this trip, even if I don't know the reason why I want to go on the trip, I want to go on the trip, right? Like, why do I need to, go so deep into this healing for, what's triggering this desire to fly to the other side of the world? Why do I need to explain that to anybody? Why do I need to make it make sense to anybody? I don't need to do that. Five of Swords. I don't need to do that. I'm just going to make it happen. I'm just going to do it because I'm just that fast and I have everything I need. I have the money. I have the information. I have the tools and I have the vibe. I have the people. You know what I'm saying? Why do I need to, wait for you to be okay with it? You know what I'm saying? And I totally get that. And that's a valid feeling. Like, the haters are strong because the freedom is here and high and it is a vibe. And it's you, but it's not even you. It's just Jupiter shifting into Gemini. It's, magic at your fingertips, creativity at your fingertips, a good vibe at your fingertips. Like, you know what I mean? So of course that's going to attract haters and negative energy, even people close to you, because they were used to you being down and out. They were used to you struggling. So it's easy, when you see someone struggling, but once you see someone taking off and they can do whatever they want at the drop of a dime, it is going to trigger people. No matter how much they love you, it's going to trigger them because they're like, oh, well, where did all this good fortune just come from? And where's my good fortune? You feel me? So understand that. But also, the Three of Swords is, you're still wounded. There are still open wounds. And they are closing rather quickly, which is exciting. But they're still there. And ignoring them and just going after what you want, you'll get it. You'll attract what you want. You'll create what you want. But these people, this energy will get to you. And what you want to feel more than anything during this time is, and moving forward and over the next year, is deeply abundant and untouchable. So motivated by what you have going on for you that it really does not matter. It really does not matter what the haters have to say. And I mean, there are a lot of haters. This is your 9th house. This is the voices on the ground that you fly over and you only get to hear a few times a year because you know what's on the ground already. You know what people are saying, what they're thinking, and you just can't be involved. You just can't be, your community, your love life is a safe haven. So it's really important that this person understand why you want to fly to the other side of the country tomorrow. It's really important. I know it feels like an inconvenience that you have to explain your moves, who, what, when, where, why. I know it's an inconvenience that you have to go slowly. But one thing that you don't want to forget over this next year is that what you have attached yourself to, who you have attached yourself to, carries a deep level of responsibility. You carry a deep level of responsibility for that person and for that life that you've created together. Even when it feels like hell, and even when it feels like, why does it feel like this? It should not feel like this. You are responsible for keeping these 4 wands of stability up and strong. You are responsible for making sure that this person feels emotionally fulfilled through their connection to you. You are responsible for growing up and moving away from your bad habits when it comes to connecting with people, especially people of the opposite sex. If you are in a relationship, it is now your responsibility to create extremely intense boundaries and to, how can I say, transform, drop off. You're not responsible for the hearts of anyone outside of your family. Family first. Yeah. And Cancer season will come in on June 17th, June 20th, when Venus and Mercury will move into Cancer. The Sun will move into Cancer on June 20th, and that approach to success that has been okay for a long time, that approach to love and business that has been okay for a long time. You being allowed to connect in whatever way gets the money, gets the opportunity, gets the partner, business partner, I mean. That is, it can be no longer. Because your worth is depending on something much more intuitive. And also there's just another way that you can do this that maybe you just don't know yet, and maybe this year is about learning this new way and slowly, well, I say slowly, actually quickly, planting the seeds in this new way, quickly attracting the money in this new way, and not overthinking it and not being confused about it. You're working up to a place of major success and major attention and freedom, but also responsibility. Freedom, responsibility, tied together. What you want. It's what you want in the way that you want it, right? You're working up to it. And so think about your approach now. I know right now it seems like the floodgates are open and you can attract whoever you want. You can go about it in whatever which way you want to go about it, and it's all going to be fine, no big deal, as long as, I care about people, as long as I build these relationships, as long as I just keep going, it's all going to be fine. But you don't want to get to the end of this journey and have to leave it all behind, because it's actually not lasting. It actually is not something that it's not an approach that you can continue with 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, right? Something more holy, You're like, oh, I don't want to be more holy. It's boring. Can be fun. And very abundant as well. Find it. Find that holier approach that still attracts the money, that heals those around you, that creates bonds that you can step out into the world with. Find the way that you will never doubt about, because you're not doing this for some ego boost. You're doing it because you have information to share. You're doing it because you love the work that you do. You love the work that you do. It doesn't matter how fast or slow it goes. You're just going to keep doing it because you love it. And you understand now that anything outside of that holy approach is blasphemy, and it is meaningless even. The only thing that will matter is doing things the right way. The only thing that will truly bring you that fulfillment that you're craving so badly, and you know, that need to give. The only thing that will satisfy that need is to do it the right way. I love you very much. Oh, see you in Cardinal season. Cancer season starts June 20th. I'll see you then. Everything is in the link in my description. Private readings, birth chart readings, the Gemini season playlist Gem, and then the Gemini season kickoff Endless Fascination is out now on YouTube. See you next season. Bye.